We're starting and kicking things off with this one, the Motorola One Power from, of course, Motorola. It's an Android One phone, which means the first big deal is that you get absolutely stock Android and you will get every update as it happens. Well, that's supposed to be the promise. Strangely enough, there can be a little bit of a delay sometimes, but mostly you'll get it as it happens. Second thing is, of course, that it's a huge phone. Not really in terms of the hand. Yeah, it's a heavy phone. It's not one of those light ones. Huge in terms of battery and battery life, 5,000 mAh. So if you want an absolutely stock, clean Android experience and you want that experience to last almost forever, then this is the phone to get. Let me tell you the two parts that I've not liked too much about the phone. I don't like the price. I think it should have been priced a little lower. You do have a lot of great phones now with great specs, great features, lot of RAM, lot of storage, and good battery life at a lower price. So Motorola, I think the price point is a little bit of a problem. And the second one, the identity of the phone has got lost. So Motorola has always had that really nice, very professional looking circle behind. Makes you feel like you're actually holding a camera phone of very high quality. They took that away and put in this vertical stacking of the two lenses, which according to me, everybody does. Why would you do that, Motorola? I don't know if they're trying to distinguish between Android One phones and the rest of their portfolio, but I think the identity should have been kept. So those are the two caveats I have. I've told you the two things I've loved. I've told you the two things I'm not so happy about. Let's move on now to a full review.
This is the very first phone from Motorola to come with Android One. It's also the phone for which Moto dished the design language which it has been following for years. Meet the Moto One Power. This new refreshed premium budget phone from Moto comes with a big battery, big screen. But does it have what it takes to be the best at the price of 15,999 rupees? Time to find out. First things first, the One Power runs Android One, which means the phone comes with pure stock Android experience. It has Android 8.1 Oreo and the company promised Android Pie update soon.
First thing for us is in any partnership with Google, the processes are fairly complex. What we look at is giving the right consumer experience finally. So we wanted to get it right. So there's a lot of testing which is done to get the right product quality. So we wanted to ensure that all the boxes are ticked on a quality side, the experience is perfect, and then launch it.
If you aren't a fan of custom UIs like us, you will like the interface of this phone. Then there are the standard like double chop gesture that triggers the flashlight and the double twist gesture that fires up the camera app. There's no notification, but there is Moto Display, a feature that lights the display up for incoming notifications when the phone is picked up. Also on board is Dolby Audio, lets you tweak the output from the loudspeaker and the headphones. And we noticed a difference in the sound quality when it's enabled. The other big, and we mean big, feature is the 5,000 mAh battery inside the 6.2-inch Full HD Plus device. We binge-watched videos, played games, but even then the phone did not die on us. The long-lasting nature of this phone truly impressed us. The Full HD Plus resolution did make the colors pop and the screen was legible even under direct sunlight. The Moto One Power is also the first phone in India from the company to feature a notch on the top, giving the front an 18:9 screen ratio. The phone is powered by an octa-core Snapdragon 636 along with 4 GB RAM. We didn't face any lags in our time with the phone. There is face unlock and fingerprint sensor on board. There's 64 GB internal memory which can be expanded to up to 256 GB. The dual camera setup at the back, unlike other phones, is placed vertically on the left. Usually the Moto phones have the camera in a circle on the rear. There was a conscious decision taken on the placement of this budget phone.
One is we were looking at an option in this one, and we wanted to look at a different design language. So we tried the vertical camera on this one. It is not to say that we're going to completely move to this design language. This was looking at a different set of consumers. So in this one, we looked at the vertical camera.
The camera is a combination of 16 megapixel and 5 megapixel, and the camera app comes with photos, videos, portrait and expert modes to choose from. There's a 12 megapixel camera in the front. We weren't so fascinated with the results. They were decent, but we have seen better on other phones at this price point. That said, the camera may not be exceptionally good, but it does not disappoint either. The Cell Guru verdict. Priced at 15,999 rupees, the Moto One Power is a good and a practical choice. With big battery, decent power and stock Android experience, this phone is easy to pick. But if you're looking for a camera phone, then do look at the competition ones, as this is where Moto does not win.
Now, you know, this next phone I have mixed emotions about. it's not about the phone. The phone is great. The mixed emotions are that I think I'm about to do something that I don't like doing, and that is take credit for something. You know me, I'm very humble about these things, very modest about things. The thing is that the Panasonic Eluga X1 Pro has many features, but it also has wireless charging. And every single time a wireless charging capable phone comes up, I always say, what's the idea? You're making a complete fool out of everybody because you're not giving the wireless charging pad inside the box or free with the phone. I think Panasonic has been seeing my shows and reading my columns, because guess what? That's what they're saying they're doing. The Panasonic Eluga X1 Pro, and we'll go through the specs in the review, has wireless charging, and they are now including the wireless charging pad with it. So well done, Panasonic. Very few brands are doing it. I'm glad you're doing it, and I hope every brand gets the idea. And I'm saying this to you again, all consumers out there. If you're buying a phone that says wireless charging capable, don't buy it if they don't give you the wireless charger. Having said that, we'll move on now to the review. So what is this? Well, it's got a big screen, great screen for the phone, full HD. If you take a look at the phone, otherwise also very nicely well-built phone for sure. Nice glass back again, very well constructed, full big screen, dual lens at the back, 16 megapixel and 5 megapixel fingerprint scanner. It's got a notch, which of course is now just standard fare. It's become, I think, hygiene for phones now. So it's got a notch. It's got a 16 megapixel front camera. It's got wireless charging, and like I said, the wireless charging pad comes with the phone. So what else is on the phone that is great? First, we're going to tell you, the Cell Guru team. Then we'll talk to Taapsee Pannu.
Currently, artificial intelligence is the big buzzword in the smartphone market, and that is why all smartphone companies are trying to ride the sails on the AI capabilities of a smartphone.
Now what we have tried to understand, which is some amount of reciprocation of what we do in our other businesses, fundamentally across consumer appliances businesses, is to really understand that what it takes to be brand Panasonic. And therefore you would notice that devices which we have introduced today really stand for brand Panasonic from variety of aspects.
Panasonic's latest phones, the Eluga X1 and the X1 Pro, boast of AI and a good pack of features. But are they the phones that you should buy? We got the X1 Pro unit for review, which comes with 6 GB RAM and wireless charging, unlike the X1, which has 4 GB. The Eluga X1 Pro is encased in glass on a stainless steel body, which makes it strong and at the same time comfortable to hold. The glass, however, makes this phone a fingerprint magnet. Powering this phone is the MediaTek Helio P60 processor, which lends all the AI capabilities to this phone.
It's obviously the first chipset we've had with AI in it. Panasonic has done a great implementation and using the features of the Helio P60 as well. AI is something you're going to see from us down the road in future chipsets, but also in other devices.
The Pro comes with 6 GB RAM and 128 GB onboard storage. The phone worked without any hiccups, playing games, switching apps, all of that was smooth, and it got the day's job done easily. The smartphone comes with a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner and infrared face unlock with AI, which works even in the dark. The phone runs on Android Oreo. What we didn't like is that, like many other brands now, Panasonic skipped the 3.5mm jack on this phone. And camera and face unlock is not the only thing that has AI in it. There is an AI-powered hub called the Arbo Hub, which gives access to multiple services like news and cricket on a single platform. It learns the interests of the users and makes preferences based on this, truly adding smart to this phone. Coming to the optics, there is a 16MP with a 5MP secondary, which is AI-enabled. There are features in the camera app like multi-mode for scene recognition, face beauty and AI selfie, AI slow-motion video capture. We clicked some shots and they were impressive. The bokeh mode is good too. There are face emojis to play around with. And then there is a 16MP camera in the front, which is decent too for selfies and video calling, and this front also comes with the bokeh mode. The Eluga X1 Pro is loaded with a 3000 mAh battery, which will last you a whole day. Now coming to the big bang, as Eluga X1 Pro supports wireless charging, but that's not it. Panasonic is giving a wireless charger with the phone, which we think is a game changer, as most of the companies don't, and then this feature seems a bit of a waste.
wireless charging is there, but wireless chargers are less than 1% usage by the end consumer. So we made this a point once we launch this phone that wireless charger will be a consumer offer. So we are selling this X1 Pro at 27,000 rupees, and wireless charger worth 3,000 rupees we are giving as a end consumer offer.
The Cell Guru verdict, priced at 26,990 rupees, the Eluga X1 Pro is priced slightly higher than our expectations, but by bundling in the wireless charger, we can justify the price tag. If you're looking for an Android with AI-enabled decent cameras, big screen and wireless charging, then the Eluga X1 Pro should be considered.
Congratulations, back in Delhi once again, and we were just talking about the fact that when you land in Delhi, mostly now, people at the airport must be saying, "Ma'am, kahan pe hai Panasonic ka launch?" It's become synonymous with you.
Yeah, thanks to the amazing, literally like, कहते हैं ना चिपकाओ branding that they have done with me everywhere. It's like, oh, Panasonic, this, that. Every bus stand is Panasonic, and the ads are Panasonic. The online, they've done quite a good job, I must say. So
tell me, what did you like about the phone? There are obviously you spent some time with it, and there are some things that must be immediately jumping out for you.
First of all, that wireless charging. Like I don't know how many phones have it as yet, because for me, I haven't seen it before. I have definitely not used it before as well.
So the other part that is really cool about this, which is my second question on this, is that this phone has a lot of artificial intelligence built in, because it can literally know what the subject is, it can literally know what you're photographing, if the light changes, it adjusts automatically. You're just happy to just click a button and get the best picture that product can give you.
Because
is that
then
something?
If you have that much of time and effort to adjust all that, might as well buy a professional camera, right? I think that's why people use phone cameras, so that you don't have to go through the hassle of a lot of adjustments.
Do you have a go-to selfie face? Because some people move from a duck face, some people move on to sucking in their cheeks.
I'll tell you what is not, there's no go-to, but I'll tell you what is definitely a big no.
Okay.
That pout duck face, I look like an ugly duckling, like the ugliest duckling with that face. I'm telling you that.
We must try it right after this interview. So if you could take a selfie with anyone in the world, alive or has passed away, first of all, it would be the hottest male that you can think of.
Hottest male? Yeah, that is easy. I have a list. Do you want to hear all of it?
Okay, do we have about an hour on the show?
No, I don't think that.
From your eyes, I can feel that you have a lambi list.
No. Okay, I'll just choose 3 for you.
Okay, that's good.
So first will be, I want a picture with Robert Downey Jr. Other one will be Andy Murray. I'm a huge fan of Andy Murray.
That's fantastic.
And not just the fact how he plays, I just find him hot. So that. And then there's an actor called Sam Claflin.
Okay, so and hottest TV anchor you'd like to take a selfie?
Oh yeah. Hottest TV anchor I would want to take my picture is...
I know. It's fair. No. Would want to take the picture with me. Who would you want to take the picture?
That...
we already know.
Yeah, that is dedicated to only you. That tag will stay consistent since I don't know how many years, for the next how many years.
It's been a while, and I think it should continue. Thank you, Taapsee. Thank you so much once again. Lovely to see you again. Thank you. On the Cell Guru show, it's time to take a very short break. Lots happening right after. Now, we do shootouts on this show, but this one is truly epic. That's because we've called this phone the Diwali Dhamaka, the big pataka of the year. This is the Realme 2 Pro, and already the expectation around this phone. It's about to get launched. It'll be available, but of course, I don't know when anybody will be able to buy it, because this is going to be a sellout in every which way. But we're going to do a shootout now, okay? And the shootout is with 2 other super epic phones. I mean, these are really top-of-the-line phones. Imagine now the Realme 2 Pro versus the best-selling Honor 9N versus the best-selling Redmi Note 5 Pro. Can I get a better shootout in this? I mean, just imagine the price points that we're talking about, the amount of good stuff that each phone has, and then it is our job now to declare a winner. This is very, very tough, but we're going to do it.
It's not every day that we have a bouquet of smart and powerful phones in the under 15K segment. Well, we have not 1 but 3 today. The Honor 9N, Xiaomi's Redmi Note 5 Pro and the very latest Realme 2 Pro. And the 3 come neck to neck with each other in terms of their specifications. But which one stands tall and can be crowned the true king of this segment? Let's pit the 3 together in the ultimate battle. On the design front, the Redmi Note 5 Pro does not impress much. The Honor 9N and the Realme 2 Pro are the real head-turners here. We have to add here that the two are eerily similar in design with a mirror finish at the back and the dual camera setup. But on the front, the Realme 2 Pro stands out with a beautiful, nearly bezel-less screen with what they call the dewdrop notch right on top. The Honor 9N sports the traditional notch which can be done away with as well. The Realme 2 Pro wins here with the large edge-to-edge screen and modern notch design. And while we are talking about the screen, let's take a look at the screen sizes these phones pack in. The Realme 2 Pro has the largest screen with a 6.3-inch display. All three phones come with a full HD Plus display. Now for the battle of the optics, let's take a look at the megapixels all the dual cameras come with. The Realme 2 Pro has the highest megapixels at 16 and 2 megapixels lens setup. In terms of the front shooter, the Redmi Note 5 Pro shoots ahead of its competition with a 20 megapixel lens. Just how long can these phones last on a single charge? Well, the Redmi Note 5 Pro is leaps ahead with a massive 4000 mAh battery. The Honor 9N and the Realme 2 Pro will last 1 day of normal usage, but Xiaomi's Redmi Note 5 Pro will go that extra mile and last 2 days of normal use. Well, in terms of the RAM they pack in, they all come with 4GB RAM variants, but the Realme 2 Pro comes with a whopping 8GB RAM variant as well. In terms of the chipset, the Honor 9N comes with the Kirin 659 chipset, while the Redmi Note 5 Pro comes with the Snapdragon 636, and the Realme 2 Pro packs the most powerful Dragon, the Snapdragon 660 chipset. And now for the make or break, the price. We will compare the 4GB RAM variant price for the three phones. The Realme 2 Pro starts at Rs 13,990, while the Honor 9N is priced at 13,999 rupees for the 4GB RAM variant. The Redmi Note 5 Pro is a little more at 14,999 rupees. The Cell Guru verdict. So who really walks away with the crown in this battle? Well, the Honor 9N, Redmi Note 5 Pro and the Realme 2 Pro have everything a sub 15K phone should have. But the Pros are slightly ahead with better processors and larger batteries. The Redmi Note 5 Pro has a very good camera, especially the front shooter. But for a tad bit of a lesser price, the Realme 2 Pro is a powerhouse and the dewdrop notch lends it a modern look. And it even comes with a massive 8GB RAM variant. The Redmi Note 5 Pro comes close, but it is a new phone on the block. The Realme 2 Pro, that is the true pro of the sub 15K price bracket.
Now, before I say goodbye, of course, you already know that next week's show is huge. The next generation of the Google Pixel, the next generation of the Mi Band 3, and a whole lot more. There's no way you're missing it, so I'm not going to say anything about the fact that you better catch it. I'll see you on that show.